Success isn't about what you start with, it's about how you adapt. Playing it safe won't get you ahead, and clinging to old ways can be fatal. But what if the secret to winning is being bold enough to disrupt yourself? And what if staying comfortable is the biggest risk of all? Tonight, we dive into how Netflix rewrote the rules, crushed its competition, and became a global powerhouse by embracing change before it was too late. Back in the 90s, renting a movie meant leaving your house. Tragic, I know. Only to spend an eternity wandering the aisles of a Blockbuster, dodging that one creepy guy loitering in the horror section. Then, just when you finally found a movie, you'd forget to return it on time and get smacked with a late fee so brutal it felt like a personal attack. Enter Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph, two guys who saw this madness and thought, there has to be a better way. In 1997, they launched Netflix, an online DVD rental service that shipped movies straight to your mailbox. No late fees, no awkward small talk with a disinterested cashier. Legend has it, Hastings came up with the idea after getting charged $40 for returning Apollo 13 late. Whether that's true or just a clever origin story, one thing's for sure. Netflix was built on the idea of making life easier for customers. By 1999, they ditched the pay-per-rental model for a subscription plan, and boom, suddenly movie nights got a whole lot cheaper. Of course, not everyone saw the potential. In 2000, Hastings pitched Netflix to Blockbuster, offering to run their online service while Blockbuster handled the physical stores. Blockbuster laughed in his face. They thought Netflix was a joke. Spoiler alert, the joke was on them. Netflix kept growing, and when broadband internet got faster in the mid-2000s, they saw their next big opportunity, streaming. Now, shifting from DVDs to streaming wasn't as easy as flipping a switch. They had to convince studios to license their content, build a tech platform that could actually handle smooth playback, and, deal with people who still thought the internet was a passing fad. But by 2007, Netflix officially launched streaming, and soon everyone was hooked on the magic of watching whatever they wanted instantly. Then came the next big gamble: original content. Up until 2013, Netflix was just a middleman, streaming other companies' shows and movies. But why depend on Hollywood when they could be Hollywood? So they took a risk, dropped a ton of money on House of Cards, and it paid off. Big time. That move turned Netflix from just another streaming service into a full-blown entertainment empire. Soon, they were pumping out hits like Stranger Things and The Witcher, proving that they weren't just a platform, they were a powerhouse. Of course, not every move was golden, cough Quickster cough, but the bigger picture was clear. Netflix wasn't afraid to evolve, even if it meant breaking what was already working. But staying on top is harder than getting there. Today, Netflix faces cutthroat competition from Disney+, HBO Max, Amazon, and every other company with a half-decent Wi-Fi connection. Content overload is real, and let's be honest, there are so many streaming options now that choosing what to watch feels like a full-time job. To keep up, Netflix is betting big on global content, ad-supported plans, and whatever algorithm magic keeps us all binge-watching till 3 a.m. So what's the takeaway for entrepreneurs? Adapt or die. Netflix wasn't afraid to pivot, multiple times. They put customers first, took massive risks, and redefined their industry instead of letting it define them. If they had stuck to DVDs, they'd be a footnote in Blockbuster's Wikipedia page. Instead, they built an empire. So what do you think? Is Netflix still the king of streaming, or are their best days behind them? Let's talk in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button, take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and I'll catch you in the next one.